Hello there! I'm doing something that I've never done before. I'm recording using YouTube's sort of direct recording facility thing where you just record straight from your webcam onto YouTube without all the faffing about of editing and all stuff like that. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm just so thrilled that yesterday I managed to catch up lesson 92 in 92 days. I'm well on the way. I didn't want to ruin it by then getting behind again, so I'm just gonna. So it's late at night, it's almost bedtime, and I'm just gonna quickly record this quick guitar lesson, and then I'm off to bed. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is what I like to call the Mixolydian Pentatonic scale, although that's not really what it's called, for reasons that I don't really want to go into. I'm going to show you, you might have heard of the 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, and the one you probably learnt first, let's do this in E minor, would be this one, the one that goes 12-15, 12-14, 12-14, 12-14, 12-15, 12-15. Now, I like to call that the Aeolian pentatonic. Again, that's not really what it's called, and I'll go in a different lesson. I'll talk about these names. But that's generally known as the minor pentatonic, although the thing that bothers me about that is that it can equally be used as a major pentatonic scale, if you know how. That's for another lesson as well. So I like to call it the Aeolian pentatonic because it always looks like the Aeolian pentatonic, regardless of whether you're using it as a, that would be E minor or G major, relative keys. Again, don't want to get sucked into that conversation either. Oh, that's 3 other lessons I've thought of already. Okay, so assuming that you know that scale, let's just go through that again. 12-15, 12-14, 12-14, 12-14, 12-15, 12-15. Now you can find the same notes just down the neck slightly, but because you're using the same notes in a different, well, we call it a different position, you're going to end up with a slightly different shape. First of all, let me just show you what the shape is, and then I'll explain how that happened. So we're starting on fret 10. We do 10-12, 10-12 on the next string, 9-12 on the D string, the 4th string, same frets again on the 3rd string, 9-12, then 10-12 on the B string, the 2nd string, and another 10-12 on the 1st string. So let's just go through that again. 2 lots of 10-12, 2 lots of 9-12, and 2 lots of 10-12. Now, quick explanation of how is that the same scale and it looks different? Well, the E minor pentatonic scale that we played first, starting on the 12th fret, has the following notes: E, G, A, B, and D. It's a 5-note scale, pentatonic scale. Pent is 5, tonic is tone, 5-tone scale. So E, G, A, B, D. Then at this point we start those notes again: E, G, A, B, D. Then it starts again, E, G, but then we run out of strings. So we've got through 5 different notes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Now, if we move down to the 10th fret to play what I like to call the Mixolydian pentatonic, we're starting on D. So it's one of those notes. Whereas it was the last note in the previous scale, now it's the first note. So instead of E, G, A, B, D, same 5 notes, but starting on D. So D, E, G, A, B. Same again, D, E, G, A, B. Same again, D, E, but then we've run out of strings. Okay, so now we've got what could be thought of as 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then you run out of strings. By the way, those are not the interval names. Don't want to talk about intervals either. That's another lesson we can talk about some other time. Okay, so you've got your Aeolian pentatonic, and your Mixolydian Pentatonic. Just need to waggle the mouse here because my laptop screen has just gone off. Hello. Now, practice it, move it up and down, bend one note up to the next, that kind of thing. But then the exciting thing about it is you can join those two scales together when you're improvising your solos. So you do a little something like... Oh, I just drifted down. Did you see that? Okay, I actually went into a bit of a daydream there and forgot what I was doing, but I was supposed to be drifting around from one to another. You can do sliding patterns. All kinds of things, but essentially you can think of it as an extension of the scale you already know, and then hopefully you come to think of it as a separate scale altogether, so that you can just use it, but then also kind of then think of them as just being one big scale. And then there's actually 3 other positions. There's 5 positions in total to learn. Hopefully now you know 2 of them. No point in learning them all in one go like an avalanche of information. It's all too confusing. You should memorize the Mixolydian Pentatonic, and you should just get used to using it. Have fun with it before learning another shape. Little bit of studying, then a lot of playing. Okay, hope you enjoyed lesson number 93. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.